After 13 years, Snapchat's latest move may push WhatsApp and Instagram to finally launch a native iPad app. Snap has finally decided to release a native app for bigger display of the iPad, and the update arrives 13 years after the app's debut on the iPhone and Android devices. While Snap has taken a step towards a bigger screen, Meta resists the idea of bringing the Instagram and WhatsApp apps to the iPad, and the social media giant can learn from the approach. Snapchat has released a native app for iPad, possibly leading the way for Instagram and WhatsApp to follow. If you are unaware, users have been demanding a dedicated WhatsApp and Instagram app for the iPad, and while there are workarounds to get it, native support is still missing. The iPad is a very capable device, and it would make sense for the company to host its app on the device, which will take advantage of the bigger display. Snapchat's native support for the iPad will allow users to better take advantage of the new features. Previously, Snapchat for iPad was not optimized for the iPad, making people use the app at a much lower resolution with gigantic borders on all sides. With the native support, the app's interface is now perfectly optimized for the iPad screen, leaving no empty black spaces. You have to take note that the app's interface is currently locked to portrait, which means that you cannot rotate it, even if you have the toggle on. Snapchat now offers native support for iPad. This means that Snapchat will fill in iPad's full screen, providing you with a larger canvas when capturing snaps and allowing you to see more friends on the second and fourth tabs. Snapchat initially released its app on the iPhone back in 2011, and now, 13 years later, the app has finally arrived on the iPad. Snapchat has recently introduced a wide range of AI-powered features, all of which will be available on the iPad. There is also an AI assistant, which you can use to check out the new features. If you are interested, Snapchat is available for free from the App Store for all iPads running iPadOS 13 and later versions. Snapchat's arrival on the iPad could give WhatsApp and Instagram a nudge to release native support for the device. While it all boils down to personal preference, if you want to use the platforms on a bigger screen, it is always better to have an ecosystem running across devices. We are still unaware if Meta is working on a native WhatsApp and Instagram app for the iPad, but we will let you know as soon as additional information is available.